my name is Royalyn and I am the level designer with Beyond Desk Games. Today I'm going to start a short tutorial on how to use TILED, which is a free 2D tile map editor. So if you want to find it online, this is what the web page looks like. And then just for your information, if you ever want to find the user manual, go up here to documentation, and here's the user manual. So that's always good to know. Alright, so if we go over here, this is tiled. Throughout this series, we will be creating a small map. It will look something like this. So I'll show you how to do this. So to start, you're going to want to create a new map. So you can go up here, click this button with the tiny yellow star, that's new, or you can always go to File, and there's New right there at the top. So click New. This new map window is going to open up. So for orientation, I like to use orthogonal. I'm doing a simple top-down 2D map. You can also use tiled to do platform games, or even make things for different card games. So they have orthogonal, or isometric, or hexagonal. And isometric and hexagonal are just different designs and just different ways that you can do things for different types of games. So anyway, we're going to start with orthogonal. This stuff is already preset, which is super nice. So your layer format, base 64, render order, write down, just keep those. Your map size. Now, tiled is cool because you can make your map as large as you want. I'm going to do something really small to start with, so I'm going to keep it 25 by 25 tiles. Tile size, I'm going to do 32, make it nice and simple. You can also do 64, but I'm going to start with 32 today. So you get all that set up, and you're going to click OK. So that opens up a new map here. So different things. Just going to start out by pointing out the different buttons and areas and what they do. So over here, you'll see a mini map. This is really handy, especially if you're working with a large map. You can zoom into specific areas if you need to get a little more detail, move around. So by clicking on this red box and dragging, or you can zoom out for as much as you need to see the whole progress of what you're working on. Super great tool. I highly suggest taking advantage of this a lot. Down here, there's also an object tab. So if you're going to be adding objects into your map, this is where you would go to do that. The third tab here is probably the most important when making maps, and that's the layers. So as you create layers, they'll show up here, and you can shift between different layers. Down here, this is where we're going to load our tile set into, and I'll go over a little bit more how to do that in the next video. But there's some different tabs down here as well. Here you can see the properties, and so everything that you have chosen for the map that you're working on will show up right here if you need to know that for any sort of reason. Some things you can change. I think you can change orientation here. Yeah, you can. So that's cool. Then lastly, this is terrains, and this is another way of adding tiles into your map. And so those will show up right there. If you go up here, there's always, you know, these tabs up here that you can use, different views that you want to do, you know, show grid, tile animations. You can add an animation in, but that's a little bit more advanced than what we're going to talk about during this series. Always be showing the grid. That makes it so much easier. So if for some reason this grid isn't here, this is where you're going to go to find it. Map, this is some new places, or another place where you can go to insert a tile set. If you need to resize your map for whatever reason, you're going to go up here to the map tab. Layers, here's another way to add layers. So you can add a tile layer or object layer or an image. You can do all that up here as well as it down with this button right here on the layers tab. And then of course, if you need help, there's the help tab. So here's our, you know, normal stamp. If you're using terrain, this is your terrain brush here. Bucket fill tool, super helpful. And then of course your eraser. And those are the four main buttons that we're going to be working with as we create our map. So again, this is kind of what we're working towards. That's all for today, and I will see you in the next video to talk about how to input our tile sets. So I will see you then. Bye.